Gonna work. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Once More with Feeling. I am here joined by three of my lovely players. The fourth one will be joining in a little bit of time, and I can't hear myself, so that is confirmed to be working. Let's go.
Fantastico.
So would all of my lovely players like to introduce themselves, who they are, and what they're doing?
I'll start. I'm Rose. I play Cam, the perpetually distracted purple thiefling looking figure who, is kind of not quite sure why they're there yet, but they're vibing, so life's good enough.
Wonderful. I am May. I play Fig, a half-orc perpetual grad student who got attached to like the first people who were sort of friends to him, and I was very sad that some of them at least are sick. And is very interested in hoping that they get better.
Yeah. Before we go on to our third player, Rose, can you please check your audio for a second? You are staticky when you talk.
Yes.
All right, Sunny
Okay,
K, who
yes,
are you?
well,
Hi, I'm Sunny K. I'm a musician, and I'm playing as Vasil, the failed med school entrant who can't really do many things right, but what he can do really well is be forgotten as a result of a curse that's been placed upon him by Witch Yuka, who is currently in a coma. It is his responsibility to find the spell components and personally make her better again, because it's his fault that she was out in the woods doing work for him and got sick in the first place. He's just a real bastard.
That he is. So,
is my audio any better?
no, it's the same. Thank you for trying to fix that, Rose. So, I will give a quick little recap on where we left off before we start anything else today, and hope that anyone who's in chat who doesn't know yet can catch up. So, these are my lovely players. They are level 2 adventurers, just starting out on their big trek across wherever they are going. They were sent by Vasil, previously an NPC, now a player, to go and retrieve some research notes, and in doing so, two of the party members got poisoned in such a severe way that one of them is now, for all intents and purposes, dead. The party is currently trying to get Vasil uncursed and that previous player character back into the party by working for a cleric from the city of Ironcliff. Now, this cleric has sent our lovely party out to collect some flowers because they're a rare spell component that she needs in order to write them a lesser restoration spell scroll. On the way there, Fig, one of our other players, a historian, knows that just an hour away from where they've been sent to collect these flowers, there is a historical site of very great significance to the continent they are on, Gurünk. So, whether or not our lovely adventurers decide to go over there is going to be up to Fig. Now, that being said, I believe that is all of the recap, unless any of you have anything you want to add.
Throgyn is no longer sick.
Throgyn is no longer sick. Throgyn got lesser restoration. This is true.
They're no longer feeling like cold soup.
I thought it was cold
Big fan of
gazpacho.
that.
Chunky gazpacho.
Yes.
Yes.
How's my audio?
It's better than it was. It's still peaking a little bit, but it'll be good enough. I think. If chat has a problem with it, they can take it up with me because I know they will. So, with all of that said and done, I think it's time for us to start. So, you begin your day heading out of Ironcliff, a dwarven city built into the side of a seaside cliff. Across the plains, just outside of the entrance, and finally, you step in to the dark, dangerous forest. Now, this forest is not dark or dangerous because it is a forest. No, this forest is dark and dangerous because there was magic at its heart at some point. years ago, hundreds of years after the war of the elves against the rest of Gurünk had stopped, a barrier was erected in the middle of this forest by 5 dragons. Now, this barrier was meant to keep the elves out of Gurünk, to cease their constant attacks and their relentless war. And this worked for a time. Long enough for people to forget the dragons, long enough for dragons to cease existing in Gurünk. 250 years ago, however, there was a party of adventurers who ended up not only finding the dragons previously, but also breaking the barrier, causing it to fall. This had severe impacts on the forest. After all, that much magical energy can't just disappear to nowhere. So this forest became dangerous, this forest became deadly, and people stopped venturing into it as far as they used to, only staying on the outskirts where they could hunt relatively safely. You all have been sent by one Dr. Hoskati Marog, head physician of Ironcliff, into the forest. And you all have been sent to this area, just about here, to collect some flowers. Now, these are no ordinary flowers. You were sent after a very specific type of flower. 4 white petals, yellow center, a medicine that is used for cold prevention, to prevent further spread. And Fig, you are aware that the dragon statues, these items of great significance, are just an hour's walk away. So, what would you 4 like to do?
Just for my sense of mind, Vasil, and Cam, sorry, Mr. Vitali, how often have you like camped or like traveled through woods? Just so that I know.
Do you intend to make a fool of me? I think you know very well what the answer to that particular question happens to be.
I don't know. Sometimes some academics in their youth have gone on various types of, pilgrimages or otherwise.
The full extent of my outdoor prowess pertains to a gallivant I took in my youth with the other boys from the boarding school I attended before entering college.
Vasil was not part of the Scouts.
I threw up and cried. Are you happy?
A little bit, yes.
Wow, Fig.
And then
Wow.
I write this note down.
Reminder, Fig, as you do write Vasil's name down, you would expect it to vanish off your paper, right? It doesn't.
I've got like incredible. I don't tell him that.
Vasil has no reason to believe that this will be recorded, so he feels fine sharing this information.
Mm-hmm.
And that's his first mistake.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 1 threw up and cried. Got that down. Cam, have you traveled extensively?
Well, my dad's a farmer, so like I'm used to being outside a bunch. I also can just make a shelter, which makes camping a lot more fun if you don't have to be in a tent. But yeah, we've gone camping. Also near my mom's place. But yeah, some camping.
It's cool. Cause
not my favorite.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because we lost our expert in forestry. So I just wanted to. Ah. Anyway, so is everybody set to go off? I've got my regular day pack. Even though, what's it? How long is this? I like open up the map again and be like, how far it is away from.
Let's actually check that for you, shall we?
Hmm.
If I can remember how the virtual tabletop works, that would be lovely. So that's about
Why would you need to know that?
a day. That's about. It looks like it's going to be about a day and a half, like a day and a quarter to get there, and then another,
Okay.
quarter of a day to get to the dragons. If you want to go, you don't have to go to the dragon statues.
Hmm.
Here's a red button.
Don't press it. Why would you press the red button?
But yeah, it should, to my knowledge, it should take us like maybe day and a bit to get there, and then definitely like a day to get back. So maybe like 3 to 4 round trip. Just letting everybody know. If we need any other things, otherwise we should probably set out. No use in wasting daylight.
And that's where I would agree with you. The sooner we get in there, the sooner we can get the hell out. And back to the status quo.
With that, then,
Right.
the 4 of you, including your small bird friend Throgyn, who has been surprisingly silent for this little part of the day.
He's picking our pockets.
He's
plotting.
He's picking your pockets. He's scoping out which one of you is the best mark. You all begin
Vasil.
to.
Vasil doesn't have anything worth stealing.
Vasil has no money.
No, but he looks like he does.
Vasil doesn't have any money. He gave it all to you guys.
Yeah, but he looks like he does.
There is nothing more that you can take from me.
I'd say you have your dignity, but you don't even have that anymore.
I feel like Throgyn would take that as a challenge.
He definitely would. We'll check back after.
Can I
like,
steal
half a
your
session.
shoelaces?
I mean, like if you want, you can do an investigation check to see if he has anything left, but that would just.
We'll get back to that later. We'll get back to that when Throgyn can actually defend themselves. How's that sound? But
In good time.
as you guys begin to head out into the forest, Rose, I would like you to check your audio again because it is not working. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
As
No,
you guys
it's fine.
begin to walk into the deep, dark forest. As usual, the brush almost begins to close behind you as you enter. The trees themselves are tall, are towering, the ferns all the way up to your thigh height. Fig, they only come to about your knee. As you continue walking deeper and deeper and deeper into this forest, the canopy above you begins to close out all of the ambient light until it's very softly dappled and almost more glowing, like bioluminescent light coming from some of the plants, some of the fungi. Now, I would like somebody to give me a nature or a survival check to see how well you can navigate when you have lost sight of the sun.
Yep.
How does this man have a +4 to nature still?
Bard.
Bard.
No further questions?
I think that's one of my best bonuses too.
Big, okay. Oh, Big, how is that your best bonus? Big.
I switched. What
Not
is
quite,
the
but
input,
close.
so is it any better?
That is much better, yes. Oh, Rose,
Okay.
that is much better audio. Thank you. So, Vasil, between you and Fig. Fig has the map. Fig is a little bit tall for you. but you're able to just barely get a glimpse at where you're going. And Vasil, you have a very strong conviction in the direction you're headed in life. And you know that it's that way. It's that way. Between the two of you, you are able to keep on track, on path, and not get lost along route.
Mm-hmm.
It's true that after about a day's worth of walking, you're not quite there yet, but you are able to sort of skirt around the edge of the bay that you find here. If it'll let me ping it on. Why won't it let me ping it on the map? The edge of the bay here, you're able to sort of skirt around it and continue your way up toward where the flowers are to be found. Now, of course, you can't get there in one day, so you decide to make camp for the evening. Or you could decide to walk through the evening. Do you three have a choice?
I don't think I even mention it. I just look for a good spot to start setting down
With a
and setting up
13,
camp.
you can find one.
I'm
There's a nice little clearing that you can kind of shove the sticks out of the way.
Mm-hmm. It's Cam, does the I didn't really ask. Can you just do with any kind of earth, or is there a specific type of earth if this is a good spot for you?
I mean, if it's very wet earth, it's gonna be very wet, and then it's not very stable. If it's sand, you can build a sand castle, but it also just crumbles. So good bit wet earth, not too wet earth. Good earth.
I see.
Or just
Very cool.
just actual stone.
Mm-hmm.
That's more exhausting. But I get that you want me to put up walls then?
I suppose if you'd like. I was just thinking this was a good spot to settle down for the night.
Vasil, there is no bath, there is no building, there is no nothing.
Great.
Cam's
just gonna start making knee-high walls to keep out ground critters with openings, so in case shit happens you can leave. Little fire pit situation.
Mm-hmm.
Feather!
First of all, welcome in, Feather. Now we are finally complete. Everyone is here. I do have a quick announcement to give to my players. There might be a map today that you guys get to interact with, and Feather, I am looking directly at you for this.
No zoomies.
No. Zoomies are allowed, but you have to announce what you're zooming to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I don't think we got audio.
I don't hear Feather. Oh no, Feather. Well, I'm gonna hope that Feather can chime in at some point with agreement to the zoomies rule. In the meantime, Cam, you are absolutely able to make these little knee-high walls. There's some different gaps that you can walk through if anything were to happen. You just sort of whoop a fire pit into the ground. It's very nicely set up. Fig, you walk all this
far as
quickly.
Ground goes.
Yes.
Okay.
Vasil, they didn't even raise the ground to make a bed.
I will volunteer to take first watch this evening.
Pig might not trust this man to do this.
I want to put off laying my body on this surface for as long as I can.
You don't have a bedroll?
I don't have a bed to place it upon. Thus it is just a roll.
So, Your Highness, what could I provide for you to feel better and more comfortable? Actually sleeping and not being such a bastard.
Oh, you needn't patronize me.
Do you need some feathers plucked from my ass to give you a pillow as well?
Feather, we love
Going. I'm going over there. I'm walking over there.
you. So Vasil, as you walk over there, I do actually have to ask Throgyn here a question. Because there was a conversation that was had while you were still away from camera. Which is,
Pathology of curses.
Is Throgyn looking at who is the easiest mark in the group?
Well, it was actually really funny to hear you talk about that because I was cooking while cooking while the session started, and as I was cooking, I was thinking, I wonder if Vasil has a nice watch. I know he doesn't have any money, but I wonder if he's got a nice watch.
Well,
And then 5 minutes later, you started talking about that, and I was like, I'm not looking for targets. I haven't one.
well, would you like to roll me an investigation check to see if Vasil has a nice watch?
Yes, please. Wait, I need to. Investigation. I'm good at that.
I would hope
Hopefully.
so.
I'm bad at that. I'm bad at that, apparently.
So Throgyn, you see that Vasil is wearing, again, it's quite nice. It's quite a nice outfit. It's not like ostentatious, but it is very nice for what his level of wealth would give him. And you see that there's like a little pocket watch pocket. And like a little metal chain that makes it look like he's wearing a pocket watch. But Throgyn, there's no weight in that pocket. That chain did not connect to anything.
Do I see that?
Yes.
See that. Okay, great. This together with the conversation that you had earlier just slowly makes me think of you as a sadder man. I am pitying you.
You're being pitied by the Kenku.
The Kenku whose house you've seen that is like basically plywood. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a nice place. It's a nice place. Cam fixed it up real nice.
The Prince of Particle Board.
The Prince of Particle Board. So, Vasil, if you are taking first watch for me tonight, I am going to need a perception check from all of you in turn if you are taking watch.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. And then, Elise, DM, I'm thinking, if I am sleeping at some point during the night, maybe I have or maybe I don't have an epiphany about currently where I am and where I'd want to go.
Actually, it's funny you should mention that, Fig. I'll get to you in a second. Which watch are you taking, Fig?
I don't trust Vasil, so it's probably second.
Okay, you're taking second watch.
Depends on how many people there are usually, Cam. But usually like 4 or 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rules as written, you are able to stay awake for 2 hours during a long rest and still receive the benefits of the long rest. So you could each take a 2-hour shift and it works.
I would like to just, as Vasil is actively ignoring us, make near the campfire just one wall slightly higher, make like a roof, and like, I don't know what it's called in English, but like the thing that the mattress rests on, like the slats out of stone, so that he could put his bedroll on the slats and have like a roof over his head and quit whining. And I'm not telling him I'm doing this.
You're just
you need to unionize.
Be worse.
You need to unionize.
I am begging you to unionize.
No,
the North American is absolutely troubled by what they're hearing.
European peasant behaviors.
I'm condescending, but then I follow through. Deal with
it.
So, Vasil, you see nothing out of the ordinary on your watch. There's like noises coming from the bush, which is terrifying, but that's kind of what you were expecting. You see at one point a rat that tries to scurry up towards the walls that Cam made. But doesn't actually come inside your little like camping zone. Other than that's all. Like the fire almost goes out at one point, so you really have to try and like keep it going.
Oh, no, not like this, not like this. No, 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 no. I think that's the thing that actively gets him up on his feet, looking for like fallen dry twigs in the brush to like try to feed it back up. And I think he almost blows it out because he knows okay. You're supposed to add oxygen to an open flame. Give it something to feed. No, not like this, not like this, not like this.
How smoky does it get?
Very smoky.
Honey?
Oh,
He grabs dry twigs, but he does also grab dry twigs with green leaves on them, so it just gets very smoky. Fig, you wake up smelling smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tries to shield it with his body. Don't look at me. I fixed it. There was a problem. I fixed it.
Sure. And I like see him sort of getting manic. And I'm like, I think there's the open space for you. And I just like slowly walk around him.
There are rats.
Yeah, it's a forest.
Rats are an urbane organism. Why are they in? I don't care. I'm going to bed. He sees what Cam has made for him, and I'm gonna have him roll a charisma saving throw to see if he feels compassion and touched by this gesture.
Sure. Cam, I do still need your perception roll as well.
He has not changed for the better. He's like, fucking finally.
As I expected, good.
Ah, wonderful.
Unfortunately, he is a bard.
I accidentally did an investigation check instead of perception. If you want me to change that, otherwise you can just go off of that one.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to have something better than a 6?
I don't know. I think I'm investigating what Vasil did in like the 2 hours I got Jedi.
Okay, that's fair. You see nothing out of the ordinary. You see that there's actually some like
Yep.
new twigs next to the fire. But that's what you would expect from First Watch. Everything looks to be in order.
Yeah, and then I scoot off. I see that I build up the fire like maybe like a touch so that there's still coals once the next watch comes. But then I head off a little bit, make my eyesight adjust with my dark vision, and then I keep watch.
Yeah, you keep watch. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You actually get to spot again a couple of critters in the brush. None of them really get close to you. They're not big enough to, threaten any of you. You do hear like the rustling of the trees, the whispering of the wind, but nothing that twigs as a threat. It's just a very calm night for you, which is a bit surprising considering where you are in the forest. But we will get back to that in a little bit. Who takes third watch? Who relieves Fig?
I do it because Throgyn just got cured, so we're gonna let them sleep.
That is
I was thinking of taking the fourth year.
So after a while, Cam or Fig, you probably you realize it's been about 2 hours. You go and you wake Cam up. Yep. If you have anything
Cam,
you'd like to say.
I haven't seen nothing, so I think we're good for now.
Well, up to 2 hours of boredom then, I guess.
No.
Happens.
And I'll see that Vasil is sleeping in like the bed I made and just go, oh, and then I go ignore him again.
I love Cam's
And I
Vasil filter.
Vasil and Yuka are the difference between a purebred Persian cat that will win Cat Fancier's Award and the feral mutt cat you found behind the dumpster.
I will die if you don't give me wet food versus trash. Nice. Cam, you stand watch.
Yeah.
The fire is there. It is present if you wanted to build it up again. You again see small little critters in the underbrush. You hear the wind. You see that it's a very nice night. You think the weather is going to be clear tomorrow, and you actually will hear something else. Way in the distance. You hear what sounds like activity, almost as if there is a group of people traveling through the woods. They don't come near you. You only hear them for a slight amount of time, and then they just sort of travel out of earshot from you. But you are able to identify that they are going northwards, not quite in the same direction that you're going, but along that general direction towards Baratara, which I should actually probably show on the map so people know where that is. Baratara, of course, being this city up here. It is a shipping city and the center of the navy of Gurünk. So, you have a lovely watch. Nothing really threatens you. Nothing comes close to the camp. Nothing like that. And you are able to go and wake up Throgyn to relieve yourself of watch.
Throgyn.
Hello. Are you good?
Hi. Yeah, it was boring, as watchers usually are. There's
Perfect. Love that for you.
critters. I fueled the fire, and the sun should come up at some point, so I think you'll be good on that.
Perfect.
There were some people, I think, maybe heading like
Are they so close?
that way. What?
Do you think they're so close?
I couldn't hear them, so I figure not. Just,
Okay.
you'll be fine.
Perfect.
I'm going to sleep. And I just go to my bedroom and go faceplant into the bedroll
They-
and just instantly fall asleep.
Yeah, third watch is the hardest. Anyway.
Yep, Throgyn. You wake up.
Yes.
You see that the fire is still
Mhm.
present. You can stoke it if you wish. Otherwise, you're pretty confident the sun will come up fairly soon, like within an
Perfect.
hour of your watch. You
Mhm.
see footprints of your 3 party members walking around camp. Figs walking a little bit outside, straining to hear. You don't hear the people that Cam was talking about. And yeah, you have a very lovely watch. Again, you can tell that the weather is probably going to be clear tomorrow. And that there's tiny little critters in the bushes. Wow, who would have thought? It's a forest. You do, Throgyn, however, notice
Here?
that there's no very mangy wolf and there is no unicorn, which are the 2 critters that Throgyn, I think, would be looking out for specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also for foxes.
You don't see any foxes. No foxes.
Good. Can I check one thing?
Yeah, what do you want to check?
I investigated earlier that watch wasn't attached to anything. I wanna make sure.
So are you going to actually try and take it out of Vasil's pocket? It would be a sleight
if
of
you really
hand
don't
check,
want it,
but
like Sunny,
yes.
you didn't let me know. If you don't want it, Sunny, that's fine. But
What is his passive perception?
But I don't know what his passive perception is.
If you get close enough to Vasil, you will know that he is having the most fitful sleep a man has ever had in his life.
The bed doesn't sleep well enough. It's not soft enough for the man.
His passive perception is 11.
This is going to be a very easy roll for you. Oh my god!
What did I roll?
Well, that was a nat 20.
My god.
That was a nat 20.
God.
Congratulations.
I had not
to Throgyn.
noticed yet.
Oh my god!
Oh,
This is
phenomenal.
fun for.
So, Throgyn, you smell mischief afoot. You smell maybe even gold to be snatched.
or lack of gold to be snatched, but
you walk on up.
I'll have you know the chain very much is gold.
Sure.
I beg your pardon.
You walk on up, you sneak on up, you take tiny little steppies up towards Vasil. And he is having the most fitful sleep you can imagine. And at one point he rolls over and he turns towards you. And you freeze. Feathers puffing up a little bit. And then you realize that no, he's just having a nightmare. It's fine. He doesn't know that you're there. And you are able to very, very gingerly grab the chain and pull it out of his pocket. And you can see that the little hook that should have a watch on it has nothing on it. It's not attached to anything. You can also tell that this is gold plated. This is not actual gold.
can I find a round leaf? Just a very round leaf.
Sure. I'll say that you can find
And
a
hang
round
the
leaf.
leaf onto the watch.
Onto the watch chain, yeah. Are you gonna put
Yeah,
it back in his pocket
perfect.
afterwards?
Yeah, I won't need the absence of a watch.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, you're able to do this, Throgyn. You're very easily able to do this with your
Perfect.
natural 20.
Perfect.
Poor Vasil's just being bullied to hell.
Oh, yeah.
He
As you
deserves
should
it.
be.
He's a real piece of shit.
Featherman.
You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar.
So.
Cam is just completely missing all the vinegar, but that's okay.
Cam is just like, I do not smell
Can't get
it.
use of vinegar.
I can't even use the excuse that Cam is just blinded by all the money that they can squeeze out of Vasil, because there's no money to be squeezed.
There's nothing. Now,
He has nothing.
Throgyn, before your compatriots begin to wake up at the end of the long rest, before you go to wake them up, I'm going to flash sideways to Fig, who starts to have a dream. Now, Fig, you think that you wake up. You wake up, you're in your bedroll, you see that Cam is sleeping, Vasil is sleeping on his little, like, sheltered bed. And you see that Throgyn is sat, looking away from you on one of the walls, just in towards the forest, on watch. However, as you start to stand up and stretch, you notice that behind you, so that Throgyn cannot see him, there stands a figure. Fig, this is a figure that is average height, average build, and looks a little bit like an absence in the world. As you look at this figure, it almost appears as if your mind, your eyes are glitching as the edges of this figure get a bit fuzzy, almost as if they're jumping in and out of reality, in and out of consciousness. And you feel Fig, your sensor in your pocket, begin to hum ever so slightly. And you see 3 eyes, the middle one vertical, the other 2 sort of folding out like tulip petals, sort of float glowing in the air over where your sensor is kept. You watch as this figure, again, only between your blinks, only when you can't see it, this figure points in a direction. And you can tell that this figure is pointing in a northeast direction towards this area of forest.
Can I? I want to roll to see if I remember the area that it's pointing to.
You can give me like a history or a survival, I think.
I'd probably do history.
Religion, I think, would also count.
Okay.
Yes, please don't forget to take your long rests.
How am I today? Okay.
Fig, you do actually remember that in that direction is the previous location of the Oberon barrier. And judging by the direction that this figure is pointing in, you can tell that he is you can tell that the figure, they are pointing towards the center of the barrier, where you are aware that there used to be dragon statues standing. Fig, what do you know about the dragon statues?
Yeah, I know they were powerful, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you for reminding me. They're so close. I haven't been in this area in so long since I first heard of it. That there are dragon statues, and that like they hummed with like power of like their life force, and that like I don't either they were shiny or they glowed or they sparkled or I don't know some magic thing. They like I don't know they like the dragons themselves so they like turned to stone so they could power the barrier, and then like when it broke their life force also broke, and it's just, oh my god, how did I forget that we're so close?
You see the figure in
Fig
front of
is
you begin to smile. And you don't see any differences in the figure's face. Rather, you see that their eyes, these two white pinpricks of light, just sort of get brighter. You can tell that they're filled with a little bit of mirth as they look at you.
hmm Anyway, but and then Fig in his long rant about dragons, he sort of like freezes and it's like, but we are on a quest to help you, Lady Yuka. She isn't an egg. She's
You
not.
see the figure sort of cock its head to the side and just point again in the same direction.
I got it. Thank you. Fig doesn't really know what to do with this thing. It's like, yeah, I I understand that I have to decide. I mean,
It
I'm pretty
nods.
sure I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not physically present because of other times where I was also not physically present. Um, oh, and then I do make sure to look up to see if I can see any stars or
As
landmarks.
you look up Fig, you see that there's the canopy of trees still above you, and you're not able to see the stars.
hmm
You do still feel the sensor humming in your pocket. And if you look down, you
Yep.
see again those three floating eyes.
hmm
Green floating eyes.
My thanks for the reminder. I will be sure to get there.
You see the figure begin to step towards you a little bit. Do you do anything?
I'm sort of like
You see this figure like lift up one very long spindly hand, like single finger outstretched, and it stops, like reaching towards you about halfway, but you can very clearly tell that it wants to like touch your forehead.
damn. Um, Fig is not about to be touched by
Chat, you're being poked.
um, yeah, no, Fig might take like one big step back.
You watch as the figure puts its hand down.
Yep.
Boundaries.
Thanks. We're not quite there yet.
You see no movement from the figure. Little bit of movement. Hands go up, kind of like, I respect.
Okay. Yeah. I also like start like, how do I get out of this now? Do I like go back to sleep? Anyway, that's what Fig's thinking.
As you start to
Have
panic
I
a little
noticed
bit,
any
Fig,
of this?
Throgyn, Fig is asleep.
Okay, there's nothing. Okay,
There is
cool, we
nothing.
go.
Fig,
Yeah.
as you begin to panic a little bit, you feel that humming in your pocket grow brighter. And then all of a sudden it feels almost as if there's been a like hard shell formed around the front of you. And you wake up gasping in your bedroll.
Yep.
Are you okay, Vic?
Throgyn, right. Right. Did you I didn't move at all, right? Yeah.
You were just asleep. Is what
Okay.
normally sleeps.
Yep, that's that's what I thought. Anyway, and I write that note down.
Not
Yeah,
to
I
touch your
scramble for
forehead
it.
Do your
stage yet.
thing.
Were
Yeah,
you
I
two
scramble
visited by
for my
specters in the
notebook.
night?
Yes, obviously. I continue writing. Yeah, I write down basically everything that I can remember from said encounter.
You notice that this dream stays very, very clear in your mind. Most dreams will sort of slip away like water through cupped hands. This one is very crystal clear the entire time you're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. No,
I feel like Fig's deities are way nicer than Yuka's.
Fig's deities are a little more humane, it seems like. Yuka's are way more primordial, detached, and animalistic.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, and
Which
then
explains
apparent.
a big difference between the two.
Yep. But yeah, as Fig, like, as we like break camp, he is sort of just like mumbling to himself, going back and forth, considering whether he tells his party what he would like to do or not. The fact that she's in an egg. Anyway.
One of you, I don't care
So-
if it's Cam or Throgyn, but one of you hears about she's in an egg.
Hey, dude, are you okay? I know that it's difficult. I also feel like it's really difficult to have a friend that's just suddenly half dead. But I'm here if you need to talk to anyone, okay?
Yeah, it's not. The thing is, like, magical comas or eggs. I'm not sure quite what the term is. They're
Magical
sort
egg.
of like, yeah, maybe they're sort of like a full-on like hold stasis wise, so it doesn't really like time doesn't occur for them.
Anyone
So
can
if I
medicine
wanted
check this
to-
if they want to.
I probably could. I might not. My mind's
To me, this
too
sounds
focused.
logical. The scientist is talking to me. Everything he says sounds like the truth.
Vasil,
Sure.
Vasil, this woman cursed you. You don't care enough to know.
Mhm.
She's in an egg.
So,
Good for her.
the thing is,
I could be in an egg right now.
I wish you were in an egg.
You could be eating an egg right
Thank
now.
you.
I could be eating a perfect hard-boiled egg right now.
Cam is on the other side, just removing all the walls and ignoring this entire conversation.
Maybe if I find some birds, we can make some boiled eggs. But first, continue, Fig. Your emotions are important.
yeah. So the thing is, like, so with part of my research, there's like a place that I've only really like heard about, and it's only like an hour away. Like, it's so close, guys, and it's like one of the centers of like the magical happenings in the forest and then a barrier. And the statues might be shiny. I don't know
Let's go
quite
there.
if they are, but
Let's go there. They're shiny?
I mean, some rumors said that they are, some said that they glow, some that say that they're colors.
If there's a
Um,
chance that they're shiny, especially if there's a chance that they're different colors of shiny,
mhm.
I need to see these. How
Okay.
big are they? Okay.
That's one vote for. Okay, cool.
We need to see what?
Because this is a really fun idea for a little trick. And there's
As
gonna be
long as we
shinies.
can get out of these woods
Yeah, it
on
wouldn't.
the timetable that was proposed,
Yeah,
I
it
do
wouldn't
not
take-
give two shits about where we go.
Where are we going?
We need to
I
get the
say nothing
flowers,
else.
and we need to leave.
That's three votes for.
There might be eggs.
I am so confused. Cam just doesn't know anything. They're
We're
not
gonna
being told shit.
we're gonna take just like like an hour detour, like max hour. It's more than an hour.
It's more than an hour. It's an hour there and an hour back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not telling that. And like it might help note to like research the magical properties of the forest. It might help Yuka later. But They are
Will
also like
Okay,
statues.
do I?
If you want to learn about the statues that are there that were magically appeared there,
I
The
am
only
just
magic I
really
like is magic
confused.
that
Can
can
I
change me
roll?
back into a dwarf.
I'm appealing to the sculptor in
What was that,
Cam.
Rose?
Can I just roll to see if I understand any of this rambling? Because I joined this conversation halfway through.
Roll me perception or insight.
I need to take my long rest.
Please take your long rest.
Insight,
That will
I
be
guess.
needed.
Mhm.
12.
You are able to tell that, yeah, Fig wants to go to a place. It's very close by, as Fig says. And it's like it's not going to interfere with like the task you've been set of collecting the flowers at all in the slightest. It'll be fine.
I heard something about statues, and they're apparently interesting. And also, it won't interfere, so I don't care that much. So
Sweet.
I guess.
I like start like I really like quickly pack up all of my stuff and I start pushing everybody in like a direction.
Go, 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 go. Now, Fig, I do have a very important question for you because you're currently leading the party. Are you going to the dragon statues or are you going to the flower fields?
No, dragon statues first and then do like a loop to go back because I'm thinking I don't want to pick flowers and then like have something happen to them
Okay.
after.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you guys start heading directly northwards. Let me flip over back to the map. You guys start heading directly northwards. And you are going to be heading to this area right up here next to the barrier. Now, I am looking directly at all of my players. Be chill. Be chill. If you're going to move, tell me what you're moving to. And then I can give you some new toys to play with. So, you all emerge from a clearing, or into a clearing, rather. And you see in front of you.
It's not loading.
What do you mean it's not loading?
It was on like 98% for like 5 minutes.
It's coming in
Or
slowly.
like 20 seconds, but it felt like 5 minutes.
Understood. You emerge into a clearing. Now, the trees at this point are massively tall. They block out almost all of the sunlight coming through, except for in small streams. As soon as you get to this clearing, the brush starts to decrease. You're able to walk through without having to push through. And when Yuka be here, Yuka would feel that her connections to the Lady Verdant and the Lord Bestial begin to decrease in this area. As you begin to push out to the edge of the clearing, you all find something that is extremely unnatural. This area has a few things of note. The first is that the grass becomes completely raised to the ground. The earth here is dead. No seeds can be sown and nothing will grow in it. Those of you who look for small things in the dirt notice that there are no worms, there are no bugs, there are no ants once you reach this aura. Further in front of you, you see 5 statues in the shape of dragons. Now, these statues are easily twice, 3 times, maybe even 4 times your height. Large, about 10 foot by 10 foot, about 10 foot by 10 foot dimensions, not including their wingspan. All of them sitting there very regally, some of them with a hand perched on an axe, or one of them with what looks to be electricity, what's the word? Sculpted electricity, sculpted lightning bolts shooting out of the base of the statue. And I'll describe the statues more in a little bit. But in front of those statues even, in the direction of the peninsula of Oberon, you see a barrier, or rather what used to be a barrier. You see this gray swath. It's roughly 30 foot across. And you can see that whatever used to be here has completely deleted the ground underneath it. It's not like there's dirt. It's not like there's detritus. Rather, it's like anything that used to be there is completely gone. It has been burned away. It has been cleansed so thoroughly that nothing has ever been able to reclaim that space. And to those of you who are magically inclined, which I do believe is all of you, you are able to feel the raw power that still emanates from that band that stretches as far left as you can see and as far right as you can see. Now, looking at the statues, you see 5 different dragon statues. From your left to your right, there is a blue one that around it you can see the faintest of blue sparks emanating, creating almost a dome around it. The statue is made out of what looks to be lapis lazuli or turquoise, shimmering in the sun. The second statue is a crimson red. Next to its foot, a large axe and what looks to be a hound that was brought up from the depths beneath itself. There is no bubble around this statue, but you do notice that the grass around it in a perfect circle is scorched away, the soil beneath it burned and decaying. If you look closely, if you're Throgyn and have an eye for shiny things, you may even see a couple of embers still glowing beneath it. The third statue is a brilliant green. It is malachite. It has banding that is gorgeous, and jade swirls adorning its arms and its wings. The circle around this one, you think you can hear it sizzle. Not a lot, and you can't see much of a difference with the ground beneath it. But you're pretty sure that every so often you see a chunk or a couple of drops of the stone itself begin to slide off before it is regenerated. This statue, out of all of the statues, has the kindest expression on its draconic face. The fourth statue is white. It looks like pressed snow in the sunlight. Barely any vision or translucence in the stone. You see that it is there and it looks regal. A little bit slimmer than the others, very clearly done up in finery, and this dragon even appears to be wearing a helmet of sorts. You notice that its ears have broken off and never been repaired. This dragon, as you look around its base, you see a fine powdered dusting of snow that melts in almost a perfect circle around the statue. The fifth statue, and the one that is closest to all of you, is a brilliant amethyst purple. It is dark, and you swear that you can see the stone itself pulsing with magic and with light within it. Its core, about where the dragon's heart sits, you can see what looks to be a small black glow. Or can it be called a glow if it's absorbing light? Sitting deep within that dragon's chest. This dragon, much like the first dragon, has a small bubble of power around it. It colors the air slightly purple, the same purple that you see in the dragon's stone. However, more importantly, you see that at the very, very edge of this circle, this bubble, there are small animal carcasses, fresh, decaying, and skeletized, just inside. And as you watch a small shrew running up, skittering, and as soon as it enters, this purple sphere, it drops dead, still. This is the scene you see in front of you. What would you like to do?
I hold back
Throgyn is
Throgyn.
Throgyn, if you want to move, you're going to need to give me a dexterity saving throw. And Fig, you're going to need to give me an athletics check.
Oh no. Okay.
Damn.
Wait.
Mm.
How do you make a saving throw again?
You should be able to, I think, click on the stat itself.
Oh, yes.
Oh no!
Wait.
Sunny K, you look very happy.
Oh no.
Great.
So I won, right? I won?
Throgyn, you did in fact win with a 4. Yeah, you are free to go. Fig,
Perfect.
you,
I keep my distance, but I run to the blue one.
Throgyn, you are dashing across this field. Fig,
I'm
you
so
go to
shiny.
Fig, you go to grab the bird, and you just like where you knew he had been standing, your hand just whips through air and you lose your balance a little bit.
Oh my god. Throgyn! Don't touch anything!
I'm not
I
gonna
have
get
to
too
record it
close.
first! I have to record it first! Then you can touch it!
I don't know if it's safe to touch these. The shrews seem to die pretty quickly.
As a death wish.
Yes. Can we
New
do
note
experiments?
Okay, so as Throgyn is coming back, can Cam just try and grab them by like their feathers in their neck?
Hey, I'm not going that close. You need to
You can
come
also
within
take a
attacking
fucking
distance.
sprint.
You do need to move on the map. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, give me an athletics check. Give me another dex save.
Ugh.
I have to like
I mean,
have my
you'll be
finger on the
fine.
pause button so that if anything happens, I can stop you.
Oops.
Chamomile 12. All right, Fig. Ah, well, you see, unfortunately,
rolled
the
the
bird is
same.
free. Cam, you
And I
do
run
you
away
do
again.
miss.
I'm not safe with you guys.
I rolled very well with the -2. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you rolled incredibly well. Unfortunately, Throgyn rolled better. No.
I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm not gonna do
I'm
anything
sorry.
bad. I am just wondering if we can do some experiments with them while staying away from the circle.
That is fair.
Can we throw it at like sticks?
Yeah,
You can find sticks on the ground, yes.
I am up for Throgyn experimenting. I follow.
You think it's good for me to throw a twig into the blue one?
Well, we need to have some sort of data. So I have my notebook out.
I throw a twig. Do I need to roll for that, or do we just assume that I can throw a twig well enough?
I will assume that you can just throw a twig into that general area. It is like, what, 15 foot across?
Yeah.
I think you can make it. Especially if you step a little, it's 20 foot across. Especially if you step a little closer, you can for sure throw something in there.
Okay.
Throgyn, you throw a twig into the dragon circle, the blue sphere. And as soon as this twig begins to enter, Throgyn, you begin to feel your feathers stand on end. You feel some little gland in the back of your bird neck tell you need to get out of the sky right now. Fig, you feel the hair on your arms stand on end. And you both watch as this twig that you had just thrown into the circle gets zapped by lightning before it can hit the ground.
That's so cool.
Incredible. Okay. Same reaction. Different reasons.
Can I just walk to the front of the statues?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, can I go between them without going, like, anywhere into the circles?
Yes. So there's about 5 foot between each of the spheres of influence that you could walk between.
Perfect. I'm just gonna... The green one looked friendly and the white one looked regal, right?
Yes. Now that you're on the
So
front...
I'm gonna... I went around, not
went
through.
around.
I'll just...
I'll say that you went around. Now that you're in front of the
I'm just
statues,
gonna be-
chamomile, you're able to see that yes, the
Mhm.
green one looks very, very friendly. You might even think that she looks matronly as you're looking at her. The white one, as mentioned previously, looks very regal. Its ears, however, have been snapped off, and you see that this is one of the few defects in these statues.
Are they like laying on in the snow, or are they gone?
Give me a perception check. As you're doing that, you do notice that each of the other statues have a single. You do not see any ears lying in the snow. No. As you are looking at the statues, you see that each of these dragons appear to be holding something or depicted alongside something. Like I said, the red one has an axe that its paw is resting on, along with this hound standing next to it, sitting as if it is a compatriot. The blue dragon has lightning bolts coming out of the ground underneath it, sculpted along with the statue itself. You also notice that this one appears to have markings or carvings up and down its arms, almost in the style of old sailors' tattoos.
Which one? The blue one?
The blue one, yeah.
Okay.
The purple one appears a little bit like an odd one out. You see that this one, the horns on this dragon look different. They almost mimic your horns a little bit. Very ram-like, where they sort of curl back and then forwards again. And again, you see that black, like energy sink, energy drain sitting in the chest of this dragon statue.
Throgyn, throw one at that one. And I point to the red one. Throw a twig at the red one.
Yes. I keep throwing shit.
Yeah, you throw another stick. That's absolutely something you can do. As you throw this stick into the sphere of the red dragon, nothing happens as it's soaring through the air. However, the moment it touches the ground, you watch as the twig erupts into flame.
Incredible.
Chamomile. You see that the red dragon's eyes glow ever so slightly, like they have lava inside them, as this magic takes effect.
Fig!
What? Yeah? Cam?
You're science, right? Science means writing shit down, I think.
If it's repeatable, yes. Continue.
Okay, so there was a flame just now with the red one. I don't know what you did, but like the eyes glowed.
Really? Okay.
Should I throw another stick at it?
Yes, please throw another stick.
I throw another stick at the red one.
You throw another stick and the same thing happens. You watch as the stick sort of bursts into flames. This one actually, you notice, bursts into flames a little bit before it hits the ground. Cam, again, as soon as the stick bursts into flames, the eyes glow.
Yeah, the eyes still do the thing.
That's so cool. Wait, does the green
Amazing.
one also do it? I throw a stick at the green one.
Now, I do actually want to have you make an attack roll for this.
Oh no.
Pause. You may not run.
I would never do something stupid. An
No, you
attack
would not.
roll.
Dexterity based, please. The
Never.
ranged attack.
Wait. Yeah, do I just roll the dexterity for that?
Plus your attack modifier.
I don't know what my attack modifier is.
It should be like a +2 plus whatever your dex is. Let's see. Your attack modifier is currently a something.
Can I pretend to throw a python?
Yes, that's completely fair. Throw, yes.
Wait. Did it? I didn't do it.
It does say 5 feet. I don't know if you're not close enough.
It is. There's also no valid target, so the VTT is going to have issues regardless. How does a 21 sound? Do you want a 21?
And 21 sounds like a good throw.
Great. Well, you have a
I
21.
like having a 21.
And as you throw this twig, you actually hit the statue itself.
Oh no.
Now,
Throgyn, not at the statue.
Throgyn, as this twig contacts the statue, you watch as it almost sticks there, like there's something tacky on the statue itself. And then you watch as the stick slowly begins to melt and deform before turning into this green sludge that bubbles and sizzles. Now that you three are closer to it, you can definitely hear that there is a constant Discord is silencing me. There's a constant sizzling, popping coming from this area. Cam, you once again watch as the statues, the green statues this time, eyes, change ever so slightly when the stick makes contact with the statue. This time, however, instead of looking like molten lava within it, it appears more like, oh no, I've lost somebody.
Yeah,
Yes,
Sunny K accidentally
Incredibly
got
unfortunate.
dropped.
Well, I will switch us to a different camp. This means that a feather is misnamed. You watch as the statue's eyes, they actually begin to weep ever so slightly. And you see this again, sizzling, popping, crackling liquid in them. Glowing ever so slightly.
You made this one cry!
Oh no! I'm sorry, statue. I want to make it up to you. Will you be happy if I give you a flower? Will I be happy if I give it a flower?
Are you asking the statue?
I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
I'm going.
I mean, I think it's more just magical than anything. I don't know if magic has feelings. I mean, it
Yes,
might
still
be
try.
old enough.
We can try.
Now, Fig, do
Is
you know
there
how old
any-
these statues are?
It's like I try to do some math in my head.
Do you
Not
have
great
sister
at it.
math?
I'm like, oh, probably in the 500 to 800 range, you know? Like, it's somewhere within that. It's like, I'm like, not that lifespan, but that one plus that. Yeah, 500 to 800. That's what I got right now.
Anyone can history check this. Just if you're curious.
Mm-hmm.
Anything the scientist says, I believe.
That's fair.
I don't know my history. Come on.
Vasil,
They're pretty
Go and search
statues.
for a flower.
Vasil, this guy is a historian. Sure, 500 to 800.
It's a rather broad range, but if there's not more relevant data, I suppose there's nothing to do about it.
I was just Fig's just thinking what's one lifespan of an elf?
Fig, that is an incredibly difficult question because I think the low end is 2,000.
Yeah, Fig, he cannot think in that numbers as a lifespan to his half orc maybe 80 high end. I don't know what the half
Orcs are about 35 to 40. 45 if you're lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Having problems there, Sunny K.
I keep forgetting how tragic orcs are. I love orcs so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I love that.
probably just the low estimate because Fig can't think about that. Anyway.
Yeah. Let me just check elves.
I
Based
would
on
like to
flowers.
say
Oh, sorry.
That
Elves live to be 750. I massively overestimated that.
These
Cam,
are
what were
high
you saying?
elves sometimes. Anyway.
well, as they are debating throwing more sticks at statues, Cam has been
Mhm.
sufficiently distracted by the fact that that's boring. So he's just gonna try and grab like a piece of rock and try and sculpt it into the white dragon. Just copy it. Do some practice.
Sorry, say that for me one more time, Rose.
You doing like a miniature?
Cam's been distracted. Cam is bored by throwing sticks at things. So they grab a clump of rock and just try and shape it into the white dragon. Just do some sculpting.
Yeah. You're able to sculpt a, like, at least shape-wise copy of the dragon. The material is not the same. And you notice that when you craft it, it doesn't have any of the properties of these statues.
I wasn't expecting that. It's just dragons are hard and you don't often see good depictions of them, so I might as well just try and copy some shit.
That's fair. That's fair. You're able to copy it. Is
Anyway, I might...
anything else with the green statue?
I have looked for a flower and I have found a big yellow flower of a flower species. I don't know flowers.
Sure, you found a big old dandelion.
Buttercup.
I go up pretty close to the front of the circle, and I try to be like, whoop, to do one of those little, like, kind of throwing it, but more like laying it a bit forward, so I don't enter the bubble.
So you're not entering the bubble, but you are putting.
I'm trying not to enter the bubble.
Okay.
But I'm trying to give it a flower.
As you sort of let the flower drop from your feathered hands, you see that as it slowly begins to fall, as soon as it hits the ground, it looks almost as if it's floating on top and sinking into a stew. And the longer it is on there, the more that this flower begins to melt and turn into sludge.
That is how I felt. That is how I felt when I was sick. I found it, guys. This is
This is
the cold
this is your chunky gazpacho.
That Yuka's also feeling right now. But also
Yuka's not feeling anything right now. Just pure.
Next to my friend Vasil.
I might see if I see what Cam's doing. I'm gonna go over to Cam because oh my god, direct replication. I need this.
Yeah. So as you go over to the other side of these statues, you see the same thing that Cam has been seeing. And again, if you are careful, you are able to slip between two of these spheres of influence without basically triggering anything to happen.
Cam. I will hire you to do this for all of them.
What?
Okay. I'm pointing at the little miniature and like as detailed as you can make it, I will commission you for all 5 of them.
Okay. Sure. How long do I have?
I mean, you can take notes right now. You can, like, as long as you need.
I just hand you the white one. And I grab another lump of rock and just go look at the green one and just start, like, shaping it.
Give me a sleight of hand check. Or a dexterity check, whichever one is higher.
I don't know. Sleight of hand or the other one? Sleight of hand or just dexterity? That makes no difference.
Fair enough.
Not great.
This one is going to take you a little bit longer. Like, for some reason, the like the face, because this one has a different feature set. It's just a little bit harder for you to get in miniature.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I'm looking at them from a weird angle.
Yeah, that's not helping.
Could I make, like, steps to go up a bit?
Yeah, I'd
look at it from a slightly higher angle.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fucking about with science. I don't care about that shit. I just want a copy of the statue. Science.
Yeah.
But what's Vasil doing, out of curiosity? Because Vasil's been very
Yeah.
Vasil's been planning and waiting. So what Vasil would like to do, he's trying to think about, like, he's a known necromancy disliker. he sees the weird necromantic life force absorbing situation going on with this purple dragon. And he calculates that this is within unseen servant range. So what he's going to do is he's going to summon Giles. And he's going to have Giles pick up one of the most recently deceased critters and bring the corpse back over to him.
Now, I have a very important question for you, Sunny K. Can you put Giles in the chat for me? Because I need to know something about Giles before I tell you if this works.
Giles is mindless and shapeless. Let me cast it real quick. Oh, come on now.
Yeah, because Fig's going down the line, so he started at the blue, and he's gotten to the green. He's now looking at the white plus the miniature. So I think Fig is closest to the Vasil currently.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Giles is invisible, mindless, shapeless. It's a force.
Does Giles take
It does have an
damage?
AC.
Giles put an AC.
Yeah.
Giles put a hit point.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
what happened? Because unfortunately, Giles has a hit point. Vasil, what you see is you summon Giles. And he walks over. Lovely little guy. What does he look like? Because I'm imagining he's just kind of squat. You can't really see him. Vasil.
He's unseen.
Vasil.
He's mindless, shapeless, invisible. More than anything, Vasil doesn't have a lot of friends, so he has given him the moniker that several people in his youth would have called just a general name. Giles to him in his circle is like our average like joking Steve. Like how if like you see a squirrel rifling through your dumpster, you're like, it's Steve, he's back.
Got it. You summon Giles. Giles heads off. And you just know sort of you have the tiniest shimmering outline around where Giles is at any given point in time, so you can watch after him as you should.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as Giles begins to sort of reach towards one of these creatures that has been so terribly killed with necromantic energy. You watch as Giles slumps. And I want a perception check from anyone who is looking at the purple statue right now.
I'm at least in that direction, so
You may make
like
it.
to do so.
I'm just actively paying attention to the green one because I've been told I'm gonna get paid to fuck about.
This is true, you're gonna get paid.
I wanted to go from the green one to the white one so I could potentially see the purple one, but I don't think I would be paying attention to it.
You could make me a perception check with disadvantage, Feather.
I think Vasil is firmly rooted to his spot here, that's still within the Forbidden Woods, as it were.
Mance is not leaving the Forbidden Woods. I'm shocked.
He is looking specific. Well, because like it's kind of like moving from the frying pan into the fire. Like, why would he do that?
No, that's fair.
You know, like this is the devil he knows.
Well, with that, I'm going to pause the game very, very quickly. Vasil, you watch as Giles just sort of slumps, and then you feel the magic dissipate as if the spell has been revoked. Throgyn and Fig. You two, because you're just a little bit close. Well, I guess Fig, since you're a little bit closer. Throgyn, since you have more of an eye for shiny things. You see that. You actually see two different things. So, Throgyn, what you see is you see that again. Giles, you can tell that there's some sort of magic there, but you're not sure what it is. But you watch as this unseen servant slumps a little bit. And then you see a silvery thread of magic go from where it had previously been towards the dragon statue. And that thread gets pulled into the statue and disappears. Fig, what you see as you're looking at the front side of these statues is, again, you see the eyes of this dragon open up. And you see that the eyes themselves are black and white specks. They look almost like snowflake obsidian. And as the eyes open, there's small purple, like, wisps of smoke coming out of the edges of the eye sockets. You also see, Fig, that core in the dragon's chest grows just a little bit. And then stays constant, and the eyes shut again. Now, what would you four like to do?
Fig does not have a background in what he assumes is necromancy. But he's like, how much power or magic would be condensed in an 800 to 500 year period if there's an average of 10 critters a month that go to the statue for how many months?
As you're standing there trying to calculate this, you watch as a carrion bird just starts to swoop down, enters this zone, and just like crashes.
Okay, 20 creatures a month.
Would Vasil be able to help Fig with his calculation?
Yes, you would. You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
And you can have advantage
I
since
need
two
to
of you
do
are
it.
working on it.
I need to do an Arcana check.
Can I run over to the unseen servant?
You can run over to where it was.
There's no unseen servant of which to speak.
Can I poke the air where it was with my stick?
Thought you were about to say with your
Stick's
head,
gonna
and
go
I was
in and out of the
flashback.
barrier.
Oh, not the area where it was outside of the barrier.
Oh, Fig.
So yes, first of all, you need to move yourself in the VTT if you're moving over towards that dragon.
Yes.
Wait. Fig, you calculated out, and you think that it would be absorbing like, oh geez, over what, 500 to 800 years? Like, it could be holding so much energy. It could be holding like multiple level 10 spells in there. This is terrifying. You have no idea what this thing could do. And like, the core just got bigger. So like, it can start storing more spells, more magic. Throgyn, you poke the air where the unseen servant used to be, and there is nothing there. Your stick just kind of goes through it. I see that Cam has moved on to the red dragon.
Greener pastures.
I give the stick to the purple dragon. Like, throw it. I don't need to keep the stick.
As you throw the stick into the purple dragon, or into the purple dragon's area, you watch as two different things happen. The first is that it clatters to the ground. Nothing seems to affect the stick at first. However, after a few minutes, you watch as it almost appears that the, like, vitae itself of this plant, the tiny little bit that was remaining, is sucked out. You notice that the dragon's eyes do not glow. The other thing that happens is you watch as your DM makes a dice roll.
My DM rolls.
Throgyn, we're not gonna do anything else with this one. Because Fig has like the realization that he's like now standing next to like multiple atomic bombs.
As you come to that realization, the other thing happens, which is all four of you see out of the Forbidden Woods comes a squadron of 4 bandits and 2 mastiffs. You are all going to roll for initiative, and we are going to pick up with combat after the break. So, to our dearest chat, thank you for being with us so far. We are going to take a 5 to 10 minute break, and then we will be back here as these 4 have to contend with 5 atomic bombs, as Fig calls them, and a small squadron of bandits. I hope to see you back then. All right. Take some water, take a bathroom break, be back soon. If I can find
My chips and guac.
Your chips and guac. Hi,
My
welcome
chips
back,
and guac.
everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to stream. I have just received a death threat from one Sunny K.
You can't put that on Twitch. We're gonna get banned.
We're not gonna get banned. But where we last left, I can't speak. Where we last left our lovely heroes, they had just spotted a small bandit squadron exiting the. I don't want to call them the Forbidden Woods, but they're kind of the Forbidden Woods, the dangerous woods, into the clearing where the 5 dragon statues and 3 of our party members currently exist. Fig, you have also learned something very interesting recently. Do you want to share that with our lovely viewers?
Well, Fig just thinks that there's a big bundle of energy at the heart of this statue, which has been going on for, again, 800 to 500 years. And is very, very, very concerned and worried about it, and wants to get the H double hockey sticks out of here.
That is completely fair. That is very fair.
Mm-hmm. And if these bandits didn't just show up, Fig probably would have scruffed everyone and gotten out of there.
Oh, are you not having fun at your little field trip that you wanted so badly?
It was
bully me, not him. He didn't do anything wrong. Vasil did everything wrong. I won't stand for Fig slander.
Well, before we start, I would like to give one small information bit to chat, which is that I don't check chat while I am DMing. So if you guys have any memes, it will be mostly amongst yourselves and any of my players if they are watching. So, with that being said, I do believe we are going to move into combat, which is going to start out with a dog. And the problem is I don't actually remember which dog is which because it just sort of rolls them all together. So I'm going to hope that it's this dog. And this dog, I think since Cam, you're the closest. It is going to start running up towards you. And you know what? Because it can dash, actually, it does have the dash action. This dog is going to move all the way up next to you. Being very careful to run between the circles. Oh, possibly. If I can get the dog to move. And it will stand within 5 foot of you, but not blocking that pathway. That will be the end of its round in combat. So, Fig, it is your turn.
Oh, it's Fig's turn.
It's Fig's turn.
Interesting. I need to do some measurements. How far are you? That is 45 feet. That's not great. But let's see if I've got anything range, which I should do.
I hope you have ranged spells. You're a spellcaster.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of spells right now. I mean, I just do my Sacred Flame on occasion.
That is
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna do my other one, which coincidentally is a necromancy cantrip.
Yes. Do you want to explain to me which necromancy cantrip this is?
This one's Told the Dead because it's a wisdom saving throw, and I'd like to do that on the dog.
That is fair. Could you please put it in chat for me?
Yep.
Beautiful. Because that way I can roll the wisdom save from right here. Well, he fails. So Fig, what does it look like as you cast Toll the Dead?
Well, it's the so I've got my little whatever emblem that's in my pocket that I touch for a moment, and then it's sort of like a like a pistol whip out of a holster
Yeah.
to try to do so. And it's just straight damage. I don't know what the versatile button means on that.
What the versatile button means on that one is Toll the Dead actually does more damage if a target is already taken damage.
Right. It's not currently.
No, it has not currently. But it has certainly taken quite a lot of damage now.
I've had bad experience with dogs and Throgyn.
In fact, Fig, you watch as you hear this. So nobody else will actually hear this on the battlefield. Only Fig and this mastiff will. But Fig and this dog basically hear a very loud church bell go off. And Fig, you watch as this hound just sort of like starts to shrivel back into itself. And just sort of slumps over in a very similar way to the unseen servant earlier. You actually watch as it seems as if this hound's soul gets pulled out of its body by some force you can't see. Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Let's see, it's reaction.
As the mastiff does fall over, dead.
I don't really have good bonus actions yet either.
Cam's dog just sort of runs up to you and then like crashes.
Okay.
Yeah, I might just. Can I ready in action? Is that
No, because
bonus?
you've already used your action.
No. Right. I do. I need to write a list of what bonuses I can do. It's big. I really need to do that. Sorry, everyone.
It's
because I know
cleric resource management. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I might just be like, okay, Ham's over there, Vasil's over there, Throgyn's behind me. Throgyn's not getting bit by a dog again. Throgyn, I'm telling you to stay away from the dog, and that's my bonus to tell Throgyn that.
I'm trying my best. I don't think they can see me from here.
They can't actually.
Hope.
You're fully hidden by the statue.
Yeah. Stay hidden, Throgyn. Don't get bit by a dog.
Throgyn, it is also worth noting you can't see any of them. So
But yeah, okay.
all you saw was this one dog come sort of sprinting towards Cam. Big points
And
at it and just
immediately
falls
dying.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some bonus raiders on another dog. Don't get bit by it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. May, please pass the turn if you are done with the turn.
Yeah, I find the.
No worries.
There.
I'm getting used to the system. Cam, what would you like to do?
Okay, so could the people over here, like these ones, could they see the dog just promptly die?
Yes, they could.
Okay, fun. I see this dog. I think the dog was like mostly surprising, but not all that scary. And I'm not happy about like almost getting attacked by a dog until it just died. So I'll turn into a brown bear and just go back the way the dog came from.
That is fair. Please wild shape for me.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that again.
It's in the 3 buttons at the top right of your character sheet.
Features.
Can you get through the range of the circles on the statues? I don't know how big their shape is.
It's a great question, Fig. It's a great question, May.
Is it doing
it? No. So
I've lost connection to the server.
Oh no, Chamomile.
No, I'm back.
All right, so Chamomile.
I lost it just long enough to not be able to press the thing.
Nice. So the way that you are going to wild shape yourself is if you open up your character sheet. there will be like 3
Mhm.
vertical dots near the top right. Click on that. And then there's the polymorpher.
Oh,
module.
yes. And
Yeah.
then polymorpher, yes.
Yeah, and then polymorph yourself. Cheers. That will also then change your token on the
Okay.
battlefield so you're the right size.
Where was the thing?
Which thing?
Open list.
Oh, here we
Open
go.
list.
Wild shape characters.
It's loading.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do.
Do
There
you
we
want to do
go.
anything else with your turn?
Bear.
Actually, I should probably wait because the bear is bigger. The bear is definitely bigger.
Oh, good point.
No, you didn't hear anything.
Would have thought about
You
that.
didn't hear anything.
Absolutely. I absolutely would not have thought about that. So I think I'm changed now, am I?
I do not.
I still see
changed
Cam's icon.
yet.
Could not find stuff. Attempt number 2.
I can also try and polymorph.
Maybe
You want brown bear?
Aha! Well,
there we
yes,
go.
no, wild
Perfect.
shape. There we go. It
Aha.
didn't show the mid one.
There you go. Well, we now have
Yes,
so
beautiful.
chamomile. What does it look like as you wild shape?
Yeah, good question. Similar to when Cam turned back into a changeling, the purple tieflingness just kind of drips out of them, and from like top down, you see things start to expand, grow hair, and just a wide fucking jaw that you do not want to be close to. Just growl and start into a sprint towards the bandits as I'm actively changing and probably being too big to go between them.
Yeah, fair enough. You watch
But
as Cam
I'm
sort
gonna
of
try.
hulks up, and you've got this large brown bear now standing over
Yes.
the slumped form of this mastiff. So you have movement still
And I
this turn
can
if you
go
would like to use it.
40 feet.
Yes.
Yes, and dashing is an action, but changing is also an action, right?
Correct. So you cannot dash this turn.
Awesome. So I will go. No, let me move.
Chamomile, as you begin to move.
Yeah, I go through the green one.
Okay, thank you for telling me which one you choose to go.
I just want to. I was gonna say I don't want to get hit by both. The green one looks friendliest. We'll go through that one.
Chamomile, you realize that you're going to have to walk through one of these statue radiuses, and you choose the green one to your south. As you begin to walk through it, the moment your paw steps down, you feel searing pain. And it doesn't feel exactly like the oven burning you or a pan burning you. No. This feels more like when you put your hand in lime water and you can feel it begin to just sort of slough and melt off the skin on the bottom of your paw pad.
Awesome. Love that for me.
Chamomile, I am going to need a dexterity save from you. Okay. Chamomile, you are able to just very, very quickly sort of pull your paw up and avoid putting much of your weight inside the circle, though you do still have to walk through it. And you actually feel, even just as you're in it, as you exist in sort of this sphere around the statue, you feel like the tips of your fur, the pad of your nose, similarly begin to just feel burning and feel like it's melting off. Can you please take for me 4 damage?
Yep.
And it is acid damage specifically.
I don't think that matters for the bear, but it's good to know.
I don't think it matters for the bear, but it matters for the boar. With that, is your turn over?
But I can't dash, so I just growl at them.
Absolutely.
I'm not even gonna try and intimidate. We know how that went last time.
I was gonna say that was my next question. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, then could you please pass the turn so that the bandit can go?
Oh, yes. Where was the thing? In the encounter thingy. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, with that, you watch as one of the bandits, and it's the one furthest to the northeast, sort of looks at you, and you see this vaguely. He's human. He might be a half elf. He's definitely just kind of a guy dressed in like rags. He's very clearly been out in the woods for a while. You see that he sort of takes note of you and takes note of this large brown bear that is now charging towards him. And you are going to watch as he removes a light crossbow from his hip, picks it up, and tries to fire at you. Now, Chamomile does a 19 hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. So, Chamomile, you are going to end up taking damage to your brown bear form.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please take for me 6 piercing damage?
Awesome.
And then you're also going to hear you're going to hear the same guy end up shouting, "Oi, Commander, what do we do?" Which does not receive a response yet. He is not going to do anything else. He's going to hold his ground. So we're going to move towards the next combatant, which is, in fact, the other dog. Now, this dog is going to... Oh, look at that. This bear is in range, and this is a hunting dog. Oh, you can't move into your square.
Want me to move mine?
Nope, I can move doggy. There we go. You're going to watch as this mastiff comes barreling up. And will, in fact, try to bite you, as you are now a threat, not only to his poor deceased packmate, but also to the other bandits nearby. Give me just 2 seconds to find his little attack feature. And you are going to... I'm guessing a 7 doesn't hit you, Chamomile. I know what your AC is. So, Chamomile, you watch as this dog comes barreling up to you. And you are able to just sort of barely sidestep and sort of pull your paw out of the way before it can sink its teeth into you. You're going to watch as this dog sort of tries to figure out what he wants to do, but he's not going to back off yet. Vasil, it is your turn. You are still standing within the brush of the Forbidden Woods.
Am I visible to our enemies right now?
You are not stealthing.
Okay. I think he's gonna take this as an opportunity to try and clip one of the ones on the outside with his crossbow.
Yeah.
They should be just within range. Let's see if
for sure going to
Sunny
be
K
within long range. I don't know if they're going to be in close range.
I think they're in... How many feet is that?
It is 70 foot.
Yep, it's within close range.
Wow, okay, fair enough.
A light crossbow does 80 or 320.
Nice, okay, fair enough.
Come on now. We're gonna attack. Hold on.
Please ping your target for me.
We're gonna attack this guy. Does it show up?
I'm not seeing it.
Damn. Let me target you.
This one? Yeah, I see it now. Okay, yep.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Cool.
Ho ho! That wasn't terrible.
A 17 will in fact hit. If you want to roll me some damage.
That also wasn't terrible.
Yeah, 7 damage. Hey, 7 damage is pretty nice. Pretty snazzy.
Okay.
Yuka. Vasil, you are going to watch as your bolt sort of lands squarely in his shoulder and causes him to stumble back ever so slightly. And you already see that this man is now gasping for breath. you can tell, as a physician, of course, that you have definitely punctured his lung.
Thanks.
With the remaining
Mhm.
action economy in his turn, I think he's going to. Yeah, he's been spotted. He's kind of resigned to his fate here. He's just gonna move a little bit. Come on, you. Let me move.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Can I? Can I now?
I believe in you. You can
God
do it.
damn. I'm absolutely pathetic.
Oh,
at
the game is
any
paused.
computers.
This is probably not happening. This is probably not helping. Whoops! User error. DM error.
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
Okay. Fine.
Oh, you're moving that way.
Okay.
Oh.
He's gonna specifically. Yeah. He knows what he's doing here. He's gonna specifically give Throgyn bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Throgyn, you may remember that you have some bardic inspiration as you have rotated yourself.
Get rotated.
I love rotating myself.
Vasil, if you were
Can I
done,
mark
please pass the turn.
Bardic inspiration. Can I give it to a player in this little box here? I don't think I can.
Don't know if you can.
No.
Why have you rolled a 1?
I was clicking other formula to see if I could specifically give it to somebody. So just
fair enough.
at some point know that you have a d6 to use at your leisure, Throgyn. I'm
Yeah.
going to end my turn.
Just sort of
Yes.
remember. I think that'll be the easiest thing. Well, here's the funny thing. Because, in fact, the bandit whose turn it is right now is the same bandit that was just shot.
What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Well,
I'm already dying on the inside.
Well, he's going to have to decide very, very quickly if he wants to help his dog, who is currently fighting a bear, or if he wants to shoot the guy who shot him. And, I think he's going to try and shoot you, Vasil. That seems more like this particular bandit style, as you see him sort of, again,
Doesn't love
unhook
his
his
dog.
crossbow, pull it back, aim, and Vasil, you are going to tell me if a 15 hits you.
Probably. I don't remember. Yeah.
My man. Ben, you were going to be taking some damage here, are you not?
Yeah.
Vasil, could you please take for me 8 damage? Which should put you down quite a ways.
I'm sensing a pattern here with my characters and their number of HP.
I promise I'm not killing you on purpose. I think.
So, I'll roll up another one! You think I give a shit?
I just really don't want you to play bards. I just want this bard out of my game.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to play druids, I'm not allowed to play bards. I'm only allowed to play fighters that don't hit, apparently.
Yes, correct. That's more fun for me.
Well, screw you. The next one is a ranger paladin.
Oh, incredible.
Fun
With
fact
that,
for viewers at home.
with that, the other thing this bandit is going to do is recognize that he is still kind of within Vasil range and move ever so slightly backwards. And that will be his turn.
You yellow-bellied coward.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. With that, this next bandit, which is the one in the back, this one you don't think is the one in charge, but he definitely appears to have just a little bit more armor on him, a little bit more like finery. And I already see Throgyn planning to end this man's entire career. And this bandit is actually going to target you, Chamomile, because you look like a big, scary bear. And is going to likewise take out his crossbow and start staring down the sights at you. Now, Chamomile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a 17 hit. Can you please, for me, take 7 damage? Wonderful. Chamomile, you sort of focused on this dog trying to step out of the way. You don't notice that there is something whizzing through the air towards you until you hear a thunk, and you feel a bolt sticking into your side. That's going to be the end of that bandit's turn. And Feather, Throgyn, you may do what you will.
Yes, I was wondering if I step up. Wait, I can't see myself actually.
You're way
I
down here.
yes. If I move up a bit, is it possible to get like half cover from the purple statue, or would that completely blow my cover?
Ooh, let me check. Do you want half cover from the purple statue?
A white one is also fine. I would like half cover because I think that's fun.
If you move like closer to the purple one, you can get half cover. Otherwise, you need to sort of dash past Fig to get cover from the white statue. But they will see you if you dash to the next statue.
Okay, wait. So, I'm pretty sure I'm only allowed to take 4 steps. Two. If I stand next to Fig like this. Wait, if I stand like this, I still have half cover, right? And we can accept that I'm standing kind of right outside of the barrier?
Correct. You would need to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Then I would like to measure again.
Is 75 feet close enough?
She's 7.
That is a shame. Oh, that one's 70 foot. That's perfect.
There is also a dog that is fighting Chamomile.
Oh, wait.
There.
Up to 80 foot is so I can just do it like this. I also have a crossbow.
Yes, you do. yes, you do. Who are
so
you
I'm going
attacking?
Wait. I am trying to attack the guy that was just trying to run away from Vasil.
Absolutely.
So that's this one, right?
It's this one sort of on the front of the L.
Yeah, perfect. I'm just gonna do a normal attack roll. That's not very good.
That is unfortunately not going to hit. So Throgyn, as you're trying to sort of aim around this statue, but also desperately trying not to like dip your hand into the sphere of influence itself, you watch as your bolt goes wide.
Can I see though what happens to the bolt after it leaves the influence of the sphere?
You can. You actually see that there is no difference to the bolt as it leaves, except for a small sheen of purple along its tip.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else in my turn, right?
No, not unless you got a bonus action. But I think your bonus action is going to be used to load your crossbow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Then that was it.
Please end your turn for me. Thank you. And this is now the bandit at the far back. This one you notice is carrying like a very large and sort of unwieldy looking sword with him. It clashes a lot with the rest of what he's wearing. All of these bandits have very practical clothing, and this sword looks a little bit fancier than everything else. Almost like it's been stolen or liberated from its previous owner.
Acquired.
And you are going to watch as he sort of looks around and he goes, "Focus on the bear, it's the biggest issue." Before Chamomile taking a shot at you once again.
I figured.
And he will actually have advantage on this because I gave
why?
of them pack tactics. So I'm guessing that's going to hit you.
A 22? You think?
A 20? It's only a 22. It's not even a nat 20. It's only a 19. Please take 7 damage for me, Cam.
Yep, I did.
Wonderful. You feel again another bolt goes, And this time it hits you like in the sort of in the bicep, in the fleshy bit of your arm. And with that, we are going to cycle back around to Fig. Focus on the bear.
Yeah. So first, let me see, how far can I get? Not that far. Okay. That's a 30. And that's okay. There. I have to figure out how far I can do things.
That is fair.
You can just move to
Yep.
be closer. I'm currently catching all the fire.
Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. Okay, because I'm going to move up as my movement, and I do want to do like the sort of half cover thing
You'd need to stand right
too
where
with
your
the
cursor is,
statue.
yeah.
Yep, so I'm gonna go to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a spell, which is the one that I chose, which is Shield of Faith, that I can do for one creature within 60 foot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast that, which should be on Cam. Actually, that in the thing, it says it's a bonus action. Oh my god.
It is. Shield of Faith is in fact a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
A
So,
little thing that can tell me that you've got a shield.
so I would like to do that for said bear, which is getting crossbows into it.
This bear is in fact getting crossbows into it. Well, okay, we're just gonna have to remember that you have a bit of a Shield of Faith on. And so what Shield of Faith does,
Yeah.
Fig, if I am correct, is it will give a +2 AC bonus for the entire duration of the spell.
Yep.
Remember that this is a concentration spell, which means if you are hit, you will have to roll for concentration.
Understood.
So.
And then found out that was a bonus. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I do have a bonus thing. I'm probably just gonna. That's okay. Next to see how far. I must see how far you are. It's 40. That's in the line of fire, though, I think. What's
Toll
that?
the Dead doesn't have line of it has line of sight requirements, but it doesn't require like clear pathway.
Okay. And what about my other one is Sacred Flame.
That one I do believe you need pathway for.
Yep. Since Toll the Dead doesn't, that's the one that I'm gonna use.
We're gonna use Toll the Dead.
That's the one.
So I do believe I will be making a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hang on. Bandit. Shush.
That's the one in range.
That is in fact the one in range. I'm going to make my little wisdom saving throw. I do pass it.
Mm.
So do you do anything on a successful save? No, you don't. So again, you all watch as Fig sort of reaches his hand into his pocket, throws out his censer, and you see as this dog sort of turns its head towards Fig slightly, and then sort of shakes it off and goes back to growling, looking at this large brown bear in front of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, if you were done with your turn, please pass it, and then Cam can go.
Yeah, Cam's a bear, and there's a really annoying dog that, like, I just want gone.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna multi-attack it, because that's the only option I have.
Sounds about right.
I think I need to...
So you'll have to roll the bite and then the claws separately.
Yes, but oh, it's under inventory. That makes sense.
Didn't you know your brown bear carries around some teeth and claws?
Fair. I'll bite the dog.
Bite the dog.
I think I bite the dog
A
successfully.
25 will hit the dog, yeah. Yeah.
So then the dog takes about 12 points of bite.
So before you even roll the claws, Chamomile, you lunge at this dog, at this mastiff, and you are able to just sink your bare teeth around its midriff, around its shoulders, and you feel things crunch in your mouth that really should not be crunching. As you sort of go to rip your head side to side, you feel the dog stop moving completely.
Can I just like throw it to the side as I let go with the bite?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then a question, I don't know how multi-attack works specifically, but can I move the second attack at something else or not?
No. So
Because I
you
need to move for it.
I would allow you to, but it would need to still be within 5 feet of you when you start the attack.
Yeah, and that's not happening.
No.
I really need someone to do something, and they're not.
No, they're shooting you. You're a
No,
bear.
I mean my fellow party members who are still hiding behind statues.
I'm trying to shoot.
You did see one crossbow bolt hit someone. You saw a second one like sort of fling off in the distance.
Also, I'm still a bear. I'm just gonna run up to like the tip of the L.
That's fair.
There.
Become bear.
Good luck shooting me now, bastards.
You watch as the guy that's in front, still very heavily like wheezing and panting, just like and starts trying to like crawl backwards over the guy behind him.
And I will growl now. Again,
Do you want
not
to
to intimidate. We know how that goes.
You can always
somewhere on the
try
wind
and-
you hear, yes, good.
I mean,
Kill.
we've been pretty good at like getting rid of them, so.
So this bandit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, nothing. I'm just kind of next to them, like looking at them, like, fuck off.
Leave. Let's see. What is actually... It looks like the light crossbow is actually a better attack for them, which is really funny. Oh, that's not the one I want. So this bandit, you noticed that he had...
I will say...
Yeah.
Isn't it that, like, within, like, if they're within 30 feet, it's disadvantage with the crossbow, because it's after that?
No, it is within 5 foot, so it is if you were within melee range.
I should have stood, like, there.
This guy, here at the tip of the L, he is going to have disadvantage if he tries to use the crossbow. However, this guy, who has his buddy trying to climb over him, is completely fine for some reason. So...
Or they could just run. That's also an option. It's the smarter option when approached by bear.
Yes, but he was actually told to stand his ground, so he will stand his ground for now. Does a 13 hit you? Chamomile.
It meets it with the Shield of Faith.
Which means it beats it. Yep. So could you please take for me 2 damage as... Again,
awesome.
He's trying really hard to shoot around his friend and not shoot his friend, which is interrupting that a little bit. The other thing he is going to do is he's actually going to start running down this direction, staying in the brush. And then we are going to pass to Vasil.
Vasil is going to move. So there's supposed to be 5 feet of distance in between the white dragon and the purple dragon, right?
Yep, that is correct. 5 foot of like walkable distance.
Okay, I really want to position myself there, but like on the VTT it'll say that I'm like in the range, but that's like that little sweet spot is specifically where Vasil wants to be.
Yes,
so.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Would you grant me the permission to be like right here or
Yeah. Make sure before you move that way that you have the speed to move that way.
okay? Let me double check real
Because
quick.
I think you only have 30 foot of movement.
I think he only has 30, but 30 should get him there.
Let's see, you can get to here safely.
Okay. I think that's good enough.
Or here safely. You'll
He'll be
go
there.
Okay, you'll go there. Absolutely.
And hopefully not freeze to death.
You mentioned that you were not stepping into the circle. You will not be in the circle.
Okay, perfect. Let's see if I can actually do this. God, it's been such a long time since last I played as a bard.
Bard moments.
A certified bard moment?
Yeah.
Let's double check that this is within range. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. We're going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one that's coming closer to us.
Yeah, absolutely you are. Go on ahead. Or I guess I have to go on ahead because it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I would like that DC 13 wisdom saving throw, please.
Yep, give me just 2 seconds and I will wisdom saving throw that for you.
Oh, and let me point out the
How
target.
does a 16 work?
God damn you to hell.
Wow, okay. Well, I suppose my players don't want me to succeed. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So,
fine.
Vasil, how do you try and insult this man?
Why don't you make the smart move here and back away from us now?
Smart move? There's a grizzly here. You really want us to leave?
Yes! He's gonna give Fig bardic inspiration too.
Fig, you have bardic inspiration now.
Hang on. Oh, that's for Fig.
That's for Fig. Alright.
Thank you.
Would you like to pass your turn?
Vasil didn't completely shit the bed this turn, but he wasn't very useful.
Well, luckily, this next one is going to be a bit of a struggle. Because it's the guy who currently has a crossbow bolt stuck in his shoulder. So he is going to drop his light crossbow on the ground. And take out a scimitar instead.
God damn.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a backup weapon. Of course he has a holdout weapon. And Cam, I'm going to need you to tell me if a 21 hits your...
I take a guess that probably does hit, given that my AC is 13.
I think it hits, yeah. Wonderful. Which means, could you please take for me 7 damage. To your grizzly.
I didn't hear the number, but 7.
7 to your brown.
Awesome. I am doing great. Thanks for asking.
Are you actually doing?
I'm still standing.
I'm not keeping
still
track
a
of your hit
bear.
points.
I have 1.
So you all would notice that this brown bear is looking very, very worse for wear. And you can see just like blood dripping from the shot in its flank, from the shot in its arm. This most recent sword strike actually has sort of slashed near the neck, and you can just see the crimson begin flowing down its fur. Yeah. We are going to move on then to bandit number 3, who is going to look at this and is going to once again try and shoot the bear.
Shoot the bear.
Shoot the bear.
Please.
Ah, don't worry, Charles, I got you. And Chamomile, a 9 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
No, so you're gonna watch as he sort of again aiming around his friend, just sort of shoots wide, and it doesn't quite connect with you. But he is going to see this. He's going to see that he misses, and he is going to look at his captain before just sort of like backing up slightly. Still within 5 feet of his captain, but just slightly out of range of the grizzly bear, you know? And then we will move on to Throgyn. What would you like to do? There is now a vassal in your line of sight.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Does that block my view of the bandits?
It does not block your view of them. However, it would block a crossbow shot. It would count as having a 3/4 cover.
Okay, also if I shoot this other one, because then the metrics doesn't say that it
Nope, you would be
covers
fine.
my line.
You would be fine if you did that one.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna shoot him.
Go on ahead. And 11 will unfortunately not hit.
Can I use bardic inspiration after I get the? Okay, so can I add that now?
Kind of, just for future reference, the way that I run bardic inspiration is you can use it after you've seen the result of your roll, but before I tell you what happens with that result.
Okay.
So I will let you roll it this time, even though I already told you that an 11 was not.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just remember to call that early.
Yes. So 1d6, right?
1d6.
I'm adding 11 to it.
Yep. Go ahead. A
16
will in fact hit. Can you please roll me damage? As again, you watch as Throgyn sort of lines up this shot very, very carefully, sort of looking around Vasil, and fires. And you will watch a couple of different things happen. Oh, hang on. I can remember how to roll dice. And you'll watch as a couple of different things happen. The first is that this crossbow bolt flies true and slams right into the bandit's chest. The second thing that you see happen is this bandit does not fall from the crossbow bolt. Rather, what ends up happening, Throgyn, is you watch as a small purple, rivulets begin to flow into his body from where this shot connected.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as he starts to claw at his own skin, trying to he tears the bolt out, but you see now that there's just a pulsing black hole in his chest. And he looks at you, Throgyn, with fear, genuine fear in his eyes, before he slumps down. And you see where the unseen servant had a very thin silver strip, silver thread go into the purple dragon. This time you see a stronger, almost hempen rope shaped pathway go from this being into the ground, flow along, and then into the dragon next to you. And Throgyn, when its eyes open up, you hear inside of your head just a sizzling just din overtake you for a minute. Yeah.
Terrifying.
So that bandit's dead. Just if you were, wondering.
I reload my bow, and that's the end.
I need to figure out actually which bandit that is so I can successfully mark him as dead.
It's the one below Feather in the list, I think.
No, it is the first one, I think. There we go.
Really?
He is dead. It's the one below Cam. Well, we've gotten now back up to the sort of bandit who seems to be in charge. And he's watched as one of his men has now fallen. And not through weaponry. So you're going to watch as he sort of looks around really, really quickly and goes, "Men, fall back. This, whatever it is, it ain't worth it. We need to tell the Bandit King."
Bandit King. They're united.
The fucking Hans Christian Andersen Snow Queen ass Queen of the Bandits bullshit is this?
You know what?
Be gay do crime?
You know what? Y'all can make fun of me as much as you want. He is gonna still try and shoot the bear before he leaves. Which chamomile? Can you please tell me very very quickly if a 17?
I'd like to use silvery barbs as a reaction.
Well, Mr. Vasil, what do silvery barbs do? Please explain this to me.
That perpetrator is going to have to re-roll that, please, and then use the
Then use the reroll.
use the worst one. Yeah.
Oh, use the worst one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, actually, sorry. I should.
I really tried.
Hey, I don't care.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Well.
Also, Sunny K, that's 60 foot. I don't know if you're within 60 foot.
Wait, is it 60 feet away?
Oh, I don't know.
Did I miscalculate?
No, he's 60 foot. You have reminded me because you made me
like just there.
I will say you have reminded me because you made me reroll his d20s that he actually has advantage because of pack tactics.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna roll to see if he crits really quick on either of those.
Silvery barbs will also give Cam advantage. Right?
What?
Oh, it doesn't matter that much, but yes.
On their next attack roll.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Next attack.
Okay. Well, neither of those two rolls matter, because the other rolls were both higher. So chamomile, could you please take for me an amount of damage that is probably going to be higher than 1? Could you take 7 damage for me?
Yeah, and then the remaining carries over into me, right?
It does not.
Mm-hmm.
It does not carry over, I don't think.
I thought it was supposed to.
Also, how do I kill
I do not remember wild shape enough.
Public defender.
I think it's like the same
restore.
3 dots type of thing. Yeah.
I think.
There you go. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Did it work?
Yep,
Wild
it works.
shape.
Yes, the you back.
Haha!
And then I get to delete chamomile
Awesome.
Croft, brown bear. Seeing now, this is the first time they've actually sort of seen you become.
For example, if you.
Again.
Yeah, I'm coughing up hair because this was not a voluntary detransformation, so I'm just kind of struggling a little bit.
You see this guy that was standing in front of you. I think he was named Craig or Charles or something. Basically,
Charles.
just like is still looking at you, massively afraid, and then he just like looks confused because no, that was a bear. That was a bear. That was a bear. That was a bear. That was a bear.
Cam, per the PHB, it does look like you have to take that damage. I'm very sorry.
Oh, chamomile, you're taking that damage.
So it was 8 total?
It was 7 total, I think.
And then I took
7.
1, so I have 7 left. Awesome.
You have 6 left.
Wait, I did it wrong.
You get 1 health back. Now, I have a question for you all. Because basically, these bandits are going to start running away. Bravely running.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to chase them down, or should I delete them as soon as they leave the map?
I sort of want to chase him down. May wants to.
Do we get the feeling that these bandits are just here due to happenstance, and they're trying to, like, they see us as easy pickings because we're here for research, or is this spot significant to them somehow?
You would need to roll me an insight on your turn.
Okay.
To me, the fact that the one yells that he wants to return to the Bandit King makes me want to not let them go back.
You don't want to meet the Bandit King? Well,
right now,
I think we want to meet him. I think we want to meet him so we can slit his throat.
Well, Fig, it's your turn if you want to do something about it.
Yeah, I want to go after these losers. Anyway,
some steward your friend is. She can't even keep trash out of the woods.
Vasil, you
get
the very
back to you.
Sense that like a part of your history was just forcibly torn out of the tapestry of the world.
Mm-hmm. Like I can't I don't have anything to hold them. How far can I get?
How far can you get? I think you got 30-foot movement.
Yeah, I don't have a lot.
You are going to be going through the circle, so watch out.
Yeah, I had it. I want to see if that was actually how
Hmm.
far I can get. Okay, no, yeah, it is. It's only 30. Like, I haven't taken any hits, so I'm sort of like, no,
This is
let's get.
correct.
Mhm. I just want to get closer, so I'll just go probably full that I can
Mm-hmm.
with that.
You can always dash as well.
And yeah, but that's not
It's an action.
bonus?
No, it's an action.
Yeah, that's an action. That's
Still
40.
right
I would also
55.
like to remind everyone in my group that if you choose to make a
Mhm.
melee attack, you can choose for a melee attack to be non-lethal. You cannot choose for
Yeah.
a ranged
Mhm.
attack nor a spell attack to be non-lethal.
I'm gonna do this boy. That's let me tag him. That's at the further end of my range. So this
That one. Yep,
one
absolutely.
is. I'm hoping that Cam can maybe get the one that's
That's
to
next to
them.
Cam. Yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. I had one good thing with Tola dead, so that's just happening again. I guess.
All right, let me roll as this guy.
And because I do still have my Bardic, I'll probably add that to it.
Unfortunately, it is a saving
That's
throw.
saving throw.
Yeah,
Right,
so
I
you
can't
cannot
do
have the
that.
Bardic. He does pass the saving throw as well, this bandit. So again, you watch as Fig sort of gestures at this bandit, and you see he like makes eye contact with you briefly, Fig,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like you killed my brother, and is not stopped by this spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you like to pass the turn, or do you have bonus action?
Yes,
You
I
want to use?
would. And I don't need to shield anybody else. So for Bethane.
Well,
Okay,
Cam.
so it's my turn. Cam's back to being Cam, which means that they still have like a staff that they carry on them, and he's just gonna non-lethally whack him over the head with it.
Fair enough. Please roll an attack for me.
Yeah, I'm doing it one-handed because the other hand's still holding half a dragon statue. And I rolled a
Unfortunately,
natural 20.
no, okay, two things. First of all, congratulations on the natural 20. Unfortunately, you
Mhm.
did drop the statue when you turned into a bear.
No. My equipment melds into bear.
Is a half-finished statue an equipment?
I am actively holding it and using it. I would
Fair enough.
argue it became part bear for a little bit.
Fair enough. I will tell you that I will let you have it have become
Also-
part bear.
Unrelated. I thought a quarterstaff was a dexterity weapon.
It
Not
is
a
a dexterity weapon.
strength weapon. Why is
So
it taking my strength?
great question.
I don't care.
We'll figure it out
hits.
later. You
Does
rolled a
he-
natural 20.
The VTT
Yes.
has a couple of
So-
items that it does not import in very cleanly,
So I'm
which some of us have
critical
intimate
damage then?
detail of.
it's a critical hit then, right?
It is a critical hit. You may
Yes.
roll a critical hit damage.
Sure. Well, why is it doing the -2 again?
Damage.
I am competent with
because
this
attack
weapon.
damage.
Well, if we add the -2 and then add the dexterity, it would be 15.
So, Kevin Bill, what does it look like as you absolutely clobber this man? Wait, hang on, it's
Oh, you-
15?
They did say non-lethal though
Yeah.
for at the beginning.
Yeah, but if you do maximum HP damage, it does not matter.
Well,
give
fine.
me
I
1
try
second.
and non-lethally hit this sucker onto this part of the head, and then I'll just heal the
Hang
bastard
on.
around later.
So, Cam, you said it was
You still have bear
15
strength.
damage?
Impromptu
If-
lobotomy.
If I see the -2 as the strength modifier and I replace it with the dexterity one, it adds 5.
So,
From -2 to +3.
Chamomile. This man had 4 hit points left and 11 maximum. You have just insta-killed him. You have done
No!
his maximum HP damage to him after 0.
But I wanted to just knock this bastard out.
I know. I'm aware. Unfortunately, you did too well.
Okay.
Uh,
I just wanted to do a Looney Tunes and whack someone in the head with a stick and have them go. Poof.
you did a Looney Tunes in the sense of you hit him so hard his teeth turned into piano keys, and then like you see him like floating upwards out of his body.
Ah, whoops.
Yeah. You hit him so
So-
hard my camera froze.
Yeah. I mean, healing word's a bonus action.
Healing word is a bonus action. This is
No, but
true.
he's dead.
Wait, he's dead. Can I
He's
still bonus
dead,
action
dead.
healing word him? But I want to heal him. No, I wanted
Is it-
to keep this
You can
going
do
to
that,
help us
okay.
get to the place.
Chamomile. You can give me, what is your spellcasting modifier? Is it wisdom?
I'm a druid, so yes.
You can give me a wisdom saving throw. If the wisdom saving throw is above 15, no, is above 13, is above 14, I will allow you to have healed him before you killed him. If it is below 14, he is dead.
18.
Okay, he's alive. Chamomile, you like... Okay, Chamomile, so what happens here?
I just want him to be knocked out and not dead. That was my goal.
Chamomile, what happens here is, dragon statue in one hand. Quarterstaff in the other. You kind of like rear back and smash him. And as soon as the staff hits, you realize that was his C1 vertebrae that just came out of alignment. Oh no! And you like shove the dragon statue into his chest. And very, very quickly cast sorry, it's healing word. You don't even need to do that. You just like very, very quickly like shout your incantation. And so it sort of ends up evening
My
out.
incantation is oh fuck, oh shit, by the way.
So you end up shouting that, and you notice that like he's given just a little bit of life energy. Like you see, he like his soul gets yanked back into his body, and he's unconscious, but he's alive.
Woo! Victory!
You did so well.
Congratulations!
Awesome. I killed the guy and then I unkilled him.
Please use the spell slot.
Yes, I will, and I also
Vasil?
end turn so someone else can start
Vasil?
doing things.
You have just watched necromancy happen. It is also your
No,
turn.
it wasn't. It was just healing.
It's not
evocation.
it's not necromancy because, the soul didn't really leave.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the soul was on its way out and then it got yanked back in. That's not necromancy to him. To him,
I'll show you
necromancy
some
is like
necromancy later.
Is that supposed to be a flirt?
Or a threat.
A threat.
Or both.
Vasil's gonna roll to see if he's into it.
Oh.
And that's the reason why he hates let's see, charisma saving throw. He's a little into it. Just
Okay,
like
apparently he's a
you'll
little
never
into it.
you'll never hear him say it out loud, but you can tell he's like
New kink unlocked.
I hate that. No. Family friendly stream. We're only killing people violently.
Yeah, it's just like church. No prostitutes, only murder.
Oh.
Okay. Let me just is it this guy, this one who's the one who's running away still, or is this the one that Cam took out?
Both of the two that have full health bars are running away.
Okay.
The one next to
I
Cam
am
is currently unconscious.
Which one is the leader? Is it the one that's furthest away?
Yes, it is the one that is furthest away.
Beautiful.
I don't like that. Okay. 85. 85.
Don't worry about it.
It's 85.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm just checking how far away it is.
Oh. Cool, you're 60 feet away. Hot. And you're how many feet away are you?
The other guy was 85, I believe. Yeah.
Alright, well, Vasil's gonna move.
Vasil, you just moved into the snowy zone.
Not intentionally. That was a whoopsie on Kay's part. Vasil did not do that. Sunny K did that by mistake because she doesn't know how computers work.
That's okay. That's okay. I just wanted to check if I needed to start throwing snow damage at you.
Don't do this to me.
Cold damage.
You were a mean little brother.
And I think that is the first time we have mentioned our siblinghood on stream.
Yes, as if it weren't obvious before, we are siblings. He is my little brother. I'm his older sister.
This is my older sister, and I bully her on the internet for fun.
Yep, our little sister is also at my house right now.
So, what are you doing, Vasil?
Vasil is going to... Well, he can't really do much here. He's going to attempt to throw Vicious Mockery at the bandit leader.
Yeah, absolutely, the bandit leader. That is in range, I think.
Yep, because it's 60 feet away.
Well.
So I'd like that DC 13 wisdom saving throw, if I may.
Yeah, I'll throw 15. No, I won't. Why
Stop stealing my identity. I am begging you.
I've stolen your identity.
Are those his actual stats?
For wisdom saving throw, yes, those are his actual stats.
No, for the bandit.
Yeah, those are his actual stats. His wisdom is 10.
So he should. Oh, okay. Well,
I was selecting you and not the bandit. So he still rolls a 15.
Okay. Well, fuck him.
apologies.
He can run away. And as for the other one, I think that's all I can do. But I'm just gonna double check that I don't have something that can be used as a bonus
Bardic
action.
Inspiration a bonus action?
Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, but I don't have anyone I really need to inspire here aside from... You know what? Actually, I do, because I haven't given it to Cam yet. So Cam, when we wake this guy up, you're going to have a little bit of a push.
You have some Bardic Inspiration.
A Bardic Inspiration for you.
That guy's just going to have to skip his turn.
Sure, I don't quite get how that works, but we'll figure it out.
You will get an extra 1d6 to any ability score, attack roll, or saving throw? Question mark?
Mm-hmm. And it's good for an hour, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
And I'm out of all my Bardics.
Oh, no Bardics. Okay, well, could you pass the turn for me?
I feel when you're out of Bardic Inspiration.
So this bandit is currently unconscious and will be skipping his turn. This bandit has just watched his other brother go down in such a way that almost killed him, revived him, and killed him again. So he is going to see this and decide to leave, and leave as quickly as he can. So that is his movement. And then he will dash, and because I am actually hitting the edge of the virtual tabletop, he's going to dash so far into the woods that you are not going to be able to find him immediately. Maybe. Possibly, if I end up able to move this guy.
I think they're out of the margins.
I think I'm trying to push them out of the margins. There we go. This guy's just he's just kind of gone. He just kind of doesn't exist anymore. You see him? No, you don't. And then we're gonna move on to Throgyn. The bandit captain is the only one you can see now.
Is there a nice rock in the purple circle?
There's a bunch of rocks. There's even some like carcasses of dead animals, like skeletons.
Perfectly. I just need something sharp. I want something sharp that's about 5 pounds.
Yeah, you can find something sharp. I mean, there's the vulture. There was a carrion bird that just like crashed out of the sky 5 minutes ago.
Perfect. I would like to catapult that.
I figured. Do you want to roll catapult for me? Tell me how that works.
Yes. So, I roll catapult that can catapult any object that's, I think, within 60 feet of me, 90 feet away.
Yeah.
The guy is 85 feet away from the circle, so I assume that's
sure is
a fine range.
Yep. I'll give it to
Then
you.
he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, and if he passes that, he takes damage. If he passes that, he doesn't take damage. If he doesn't, he will.
Well,
He's failed.
yep.
Uh,
He does not pass that.
yeah, so I'm gonna.
Roll a lot of dice.
Does 10 do anything?
10 does quite a lot. Because here's the thing.
Perfect.
This man has. I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit for you. This man has 11 health. However, you have also just thrown something that was sitting inside of the necromancy circle, or the necrotic circle, rather. And this man is going to be taking additional damage as basically this vulture carcass that you just launched at him collides with his back as he is running away. And you are going to watch Throgyn very, very similarly. That as, first of all, he takes just a lot of bludgeoning damage as this carcass slams into him. The second thing that you watch happen is, again, from where this impact happens, you see purple veins and purple spiderwebbing like shoot out around his chest. And you start to see him as his next sort of steps go. It's almost as if he's pulling against molasses or against like really heavy weight trying to get away. And you just see his spine almost be grabbed and ripped backwards out of his body. And again, there is that hempen rope, that purple magic that arises from this black hollowness where his spine used to be and returns into the purple dragon statue that's standing next to you. Throgyn, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Um,
And you will be out of combat at this point because all of the combatants have left, but I need that saving throw from Throgyn first.
You used your. Oh, you're done.
no.
Throgyn.
Uh-huh.
The dragon's eyes are opening.
I stumble back.
Throgyn,
Uh-huh.
you're caught in the
It's all right.
gaze of a predator. And you see a brief flash of something. The battlefield around you vanishes. You're still in the same place. The statues are still here. The magic around them is still the same, but the bandits, the dogs, the mastiffs, and your compatriots are not here. If you look down at yourself, you see that you are see-through. You are almost incorporeal. You cannot affect the world around you. And instead, you see a nightmare standing in this clearing. Throgyn, you see 2 dragons. Ancient dragons. A purple one that is taller than the trees around you, taller than the trees around it, giving off this just aura of death, of decay, of importance, and the lack of it. Purple mist is swirling around it through the air, whipping around in a tornado, and you see, locked in combat with it, is a glistening white dragon. Smaller, lither, wearing what looks to be a helmet. You see these dragons locked in combat, and then you hear a shout next to you. And turning, you are shocked to find that there is a dragonborn man standing next to you. He is tall, he is broad, he is glistening golden scales, dressed in finery of the Raven Queen. And you hear him shout for the sword. Throw me the sword. And in the span of under a second, you can take in this battlefield. And you can see that on it, there are 5 adventurers, 2 dragons. And 2 of these are this dragonborn man and a small, what looks to be 13-year-old tiefling. Purple, wearing a newsboy cap. You watch as this tiefling takes out a sword that is large, that is unwieldy. It is a Zweihander, and it is far, far too unwieldy for this small child to be holding. And you watch as he throws it towards this dragonborn man, who, in the span of less than a second, dashes across the battlefield, grabs the sword out of the air, and shouts something that you were able to just barely make out over the roar of that ancient purple dragon. I dub the He-Breaker. The sword swings down, and in a flash of inspiration, let's call it, you lose sight of the battlefield before you, you lose sight of all vision around you, and you fall unconscious. And that, my dear players, is where we are going to end today's session.
Something bad needs to happen to me every time. I get it now.
So, thank you all very, very much for playing today. Thank you all in chat very, very much for watching today. This is the tip of the dragon iceberg, if you could imagine. But enough about that for now. My lovely, lovely players, would any of you like to say anything before we log off for the day?
You're
Follow
incredible.
Elise. Elise is fantastic. We love our DM very, very much. Go support him on Ko-fi. Go support him on Patreon. Subscribe to his subscribe to
Subscribe to
Twitch,
YouTube.
first of all. Subscribe to his
No,
YouTube
thank-
channel. There are all the VODs of the previous sessions that we've done for this campaign, as well as a couple of other bonus tidbits that he has made with you, the stream, the audience on Twitch.
Yes, occasionally I do host world building live streams where I take suggestions from chat and I work them into my world. So if you are ever interested in any of those, follow me here on Twitch, because that is how you're going to get notified the easiest. I will sometimes forget to put those live streams on my Ko-fi and my Patreon. So follow me on Twitch with notifications if you want to know more. But I promise I did not mean for that to be self-promo. I was actually asking if Sunny K wanted to plug their stuff.
You can follow me on Bandcamp at heysunnyk.bandcamp.com. I currently have a single available for digital download. It's $1 for a pretty good demo track. It was recently enough featured as the opening number of a podcast called The Frightful Howls You May Hear. Very, very good. If you're interested in cool occult stuff, great show. Would highly recommend. And they were nice enough to feature my music on there. So check it out.
Yeah. Additionally, you can find me, of course, on next Sunday will be our next session. It will be June 13th, I do believe. No, that is a lie. June 9th. June 9th is our next session, again at 18 AMS, 11 CT. However, if you want to see me between now and then, I will also be live on the channel Scoon's Tavern on Wednesday evening for his Avatar Legends game. So you can also come and check me out over there. Now, with all of that being said, I think that's going to be us done for the day. I do have one last announcement to make, though, which is that in our streaming schedule, we will be playing next Sunday, June 9th. However, the Sunday afterwards, June 16th, we will not be having a session. So catch next week, and then we'll be gone for an additional week after that. Yeah, that's everything from me. So go on, say bye to stream, y'all, and then I'll hang us up.
Bye, stream!
Bye.